appearance today and respond to issues that were raised by this great committee that we call home and our own Committee on Defense and Internal Affairs. And to do this job today, present the...
In spite of the guidances, I hope I'll be able to share what the Deputy Chair is communicating. In spite of the guidances from the responsible officers, UPDF has been deployed at Remiaga Primary School and at Kasunga, at the venue to enforce what he has been told to desist from. Now that you have the Deputy CDF, there is a blatant takeover from these events, Mr. Chairman. I beg to report that incident before the responsible officers. Forceful takeover. You say, don't interrupt the school calendar. You make a weekend, a Saturday, one day, or go. Instead of responding to that, he has deployed the army. So, what is happening to this country, Mr. Chairman? And the responsible officers have communicated the same, and I beg to table the same, Mr. Chairman. I beg to table the same for you and for the officers.
Okay.
Number two, Mr. Chairman, as the supervisor of this docket, we had the last experience where we witnessed elections in Kawempe, where officers and men in uniform were captured on camera. We had thought we would have a matter debated on the floor of Parliament, but we thought this would be the appropriate forum to have it, so that we can agree on issues without involving the entire Parliament. But as a committee, we should have answers. When you come, our guests, we appropriate, you go back, and the image we see, it doesn't spare the chairperson of the committee. I think he tried all his diplomacy, but he was being pulled into the issue to explain, and why he's not calling a special meeting with you. So, Mr. Chairman, on those two aspects, I thought we should have some remarks so that we don't proceed business as usual. But last one, the UPDF, sir, and why we really wanted the CDF to be present, is to bring to his attention the running away conduct and behavior of the UPDF. With me, Mr. Chairman, I beg to table, there is right now an ongoing operation in Remiaga, where one Major Brigadier General Ashande is holding a campaign at Remiaga Playground. Tomorrow, there is the school, primary school of 600 pupils and the secondary of 500 students. The office of the president has advised him to postpone the event to a public holiday where school is not on, or to shift to another venue. But as I speak now, we have a letter from the office of the president, signed by the secretary, office of the president, has been defied. There is a letter of the RDC, Deputy RDC Sembabule, also guiding on the same, has been defied. The army has deployed from Kachiri at the venue and at Kasunga for this operation. As I speak now, trucks of soldiers were loaded. And
what operation is that?
To launch the so-called liberation of Remiaga. This is how they've called it. Launch it.
Today you heard from the introduction, the Deputy CDF is representing the CDF. The commitment we made to this committee that we shall relay the interest for these committee members to interact with the CDF, that commitment still stands. And I'm not here to withdraw that and to confirm that we still have so many next meetings. And we believe that it will be handled. And Deputy CDF, again, you've heard, Now this is second time. We believe that the CDF has no specific. This is just an engagement outside today's schedule. Otherwise, he has delegated the deputy CDF.
Yes, you are right, Honorable Minister.
These are legitimate matters. Both General Washande and Sechkubo are Ugandans. They are all entitled to freedom. So, and please, your commitments will take you that. Go ahead and make sure his concerns are addressed.
They are, I think, bound by collective responsibility. Now that the deputy CDF has, in his wisdom and being a patriotic Ugandan, stated that those were operational mistakes, I think when they sit in their cabinet, they should actually advise fellow ministers not to mislead Ugandans and say what happened in Kawembe was not actually torture, but someone just saw an antenna. A minister says an antenna. It wasn't a stick, but they were carrying antenna. Those were antennas. So I think to help this country, we should also behave the way the deputy CDF has behaved. People who hold the responsible offices should speak responsibly.
Thank you.
Honorable Chair, first of all, I want to thank Honorable Sikubo for raising these issues. This is not the first time he has done it. I remember last time when we were here, 3 names came up. Brigadier General Washande, Major General Katirima, and I think Brigadier General Mujenya. Honorable Chair, we sat and sorted that out. Yes, with him together, with the Honorable Sekubo. That's one. Two,
You are not aware.
This development, Honorable Chair, we did.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, sir. Now, this new development, Honorable Chair, first of all, we are not aware of this deployment. And actually, I am not aware, nobody is aware, because even the intelligence is not aware.
Of any deployment?
No. Now, what I'm aware of, the generals retire with escorts. Depending on the rank determines the number. But still the discretion of the general. If he says, I don't want any escort, we withdraw. But if he doesn't, then the escorts are given to him.
But General Washande in particular has escort?
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
but that cannot be the story deployed from...
No, but I'm still submitting.
Yes.
He has escorts. Now, you have mentioned about 3 places where soldiers have been deployed. Honorable Chair, I want to promise this committee, this House, that we are going to establish this. And we shall get a solution to it. With all these documents, I don't think General Washande is above the law to defy this. I don't want to believe that. But I want to promise we shall handle it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Minister.
Thank you. And put on uniform. I stopped in A level. So you speak for those who put on uniform like you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, allow me to take this opportunity to officially apologize to this committee. We are very sorry. We saw what happened. It was purely operational mistakes.
Operational mistakes. Good.
That is not our doctrine. But out of 1,000 people, there are those who cannot control emotional quotients. when provoke somebody overreacts. That occurred out of provocation, but it didn't warrant that degree of reaction. We saw it and we took action. People were arrested. The committee was constituted to investigate. As we speak, they are in jail and the investigations are going on. And we shall punish them. There is no escape, no shortcut. But once again, we apologize.
I think we congratulate you on that. I can tell you, as
I've come with a team of experts, of office holders, responsible people, including seeing a deputy CDF in uniform apologizing. This is a unique a general, 3-star general apologizing. That means a great deal and gives hope to this country. That where we are
that's
going,
why we congratulated
Thank you.
him and the UPDF.
So now to help me,
honest. That is what the country has been waiting for. And it is our prayer that it eventually comes to a logical conclusion. Let us keep the name of UPDF like it has been. Thank you very much. And we pray that justice be done.
Wonderful. Honorable colleague joined us.
we've realized that this committee, just like any other group of Ugandans, they love the CDF. And that keeps him very, very busy within Uganda and outside. This love should be handled well. If the CDF, make sure the CDF creates time for this committee. And secondly, about the Kawempe, is it Kawempe North or
No,
by-election? I don't know what specific thing the Honorable Sechikubo wanted us to.
Witnessed our own in uniform beating journalists, beating people. And the commander-in-chief came out to say that that was not instructed by an authority. And we are seeing, are there rogue elements putting on the uniform within the UPDF that we are pretending over?
Did you say Kachiri? That sounds like presidential. You cannot be of a retired brigadier general. But since the army is going to handle, yeah, if it is verified it is true, then the army will handle. Now there's another thing about the city.
these are legitimate matters. Both General Washande and Sechikubo are Ugandans. They are all entitled to freedom. So, and please, your commitments will take you that. Go ahead and make sure his concerns are addressed.